Hello, friends. How are you all? Trust all over the well. Remember the gujiyas? Remember the filling that we had made on those gujiyas using, yes, a little of this and a little of that. And remember, this was the balance. Now, why to throw this away? And as I said, too full of sweet to eat anymore. So why to throw it away? So I decided that let me make something totally different this time. So, again, the same question: what, how, and to find out, do follow me into the kitchen. Let's go, and I'll show you what I'm going to make out of this. Well, friends, to see the recipe of the stuffing or the filling, please scroll up and view this bhujia video which I have uploaded earlier and whose thumbnail is this. And this because it becomes the first ingredient of this recipe. And to process this filling now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these ingredients, that is cottage cheese, along with the ingredients that I have shown you. This is going to be about 75 grams, and I'm going to be taking bay leaf, black cardamom, star anise and clove, and with this I'm going to process the recipe. Now let's switch on the flame and place a deep pan to preheat, and I'm going to add melted clarified butter, that is 8 ml, and when the butter is hot enough, I'm going to add the whole spices which I had mentioned, that is bay leaf, black cardamom, star anise, cloves, and very lightly I'm going to saute it so that the flavors cross over to the clarified butter. Now the idea is to infuse these flavors so that the filling gets the flavors of all these whole spices. And the point is, when it is done, the fragrance starts to fill the air. And now remove the spices because we don't want them in our filling. Now I'll add to the same clarified oil. Now I'm going to add the cottage cheese and saute well till the time they're really fried and a little crisp, and the rawish taste must go away. And once done, again I'm going to add any natural salt. I have taken natural salt, you can add any salt in it. Along with that, I'm going to add little red chili and stir slightly. Along with that, coriander powder, and please don't change, and cumin powder, and please do not change the quantity of the ingredients, otherwise the taste will be lost. I will saute, and black pepper also. I'm going to mix, I'm going to saute, I'm going to stir lightly till the time, look, the paneer is beautifully cooked. This is the recipe which is now for the filling. Now when cottage cheese is done well and it mixes homogeneously, that is the time when we know that. And of course, when fragrance fills the air, let's switch off the flames and we are going to set this aside to cool. Now wrap a cling wrap and refrigerate it or place it in a cool place. Once done, this is what is going to be like. This is it. And now we'll roll these stuffing into 10 balls or so, and the ball should not be more than a tennis size ball. And again, after having done so, we'll again refrigerate it or we'll place it in a cool place till the time there still balance to go. And I said I have made 10 of them, so now I'm going to place them in a cool place or again refrigerate after wrapping them in a cling film. Now for the batter, I'm going to take rice flour 30 grams and gram flour again 30 grams, equal quantity of all of them. And I will take semolina 30 grams because I want my batter to be crisp. So that is the secret. It has to be crisp. And along with this, I'm going to add carom seeds, that is about half teaspoon, and again natural salt, again half teaspoon, and half-inch ginger and 2 green chilies. But you can vary this as per as the taste that you want. I like it a little spicy, so I've kept it a little spicy. And garden fresh green coriander I'm going to add, and along with this a little warm water. Always mix with warm water and mix and mix well. Keep adding slowly more water as required. Now I'm going to taste, and if required, any correction is required, I'm going to correct it right now. Well, after having tasted, it was perfect. So I'm going to add more water and bring it to the correct consistency that I want. And the consistency should not be running, but it should be just sticky. So I'm going to mix till the time I don't get this consistency. When done, I'm going to set it aside for 20 minutes to stabilize. And to start with, we line a tray again with paper napkins and switch on the flame. Take a deep bottom vessel, a really deep bottom vessel. It could be a kadai, a wok, or even a fry pan. And to that, we'll add enough melted clarified butter for the pakoras to submerge in when frying. Now let's bring out the sweet balls and the batter. They're cool enough, and we'll coat each one well with the batter. So one by one we'll do it. We'll not do it together because it can slide off. So one by one we coat it well. Each ball is to be coated well with the batter. And remember the oil. Remember the medium is hot. So slide the ball in and allow it to fry. And the idea now is to fry it so that the side that is submerged in oil must become crispy and must not remain sticky. To check that, you can move the ball a couple of times so that it doesn't stick. Now, the ball frying, when bottom is done, let's flip the side so that the other side also starts to cook and becomes stable, becomes crispy, becomes cooked, and we'll allow both the sides to fry well. Now the first part is to make sure that it does not remain sticky, that is your batter. And at a later step, once when the bottom side has been fried, I'm giving you this uncut video by the way, then flip again. Now this flip is to make it crispy, really crispy, and to cook evenly. And when you fry, remember to keep some part of your food outside your medium. That is known as hawa lagwana, which is very very necessary, and this ensures the drop in temperature and again rise in temperature of that particular side, and your food comes out fried very well and not uncooked. When done, remember the dadi nani trick, and there you are, non-greasy, well cooked, crispy, and you want to eat it right now, isn't it? But hang on. Now set this aside for any medium, extra medium to drain, but there is none, as I showed you in my last video also. Now we'll continue to fry the rest of the balls also, one by one, slowly, one by one, and never overcrowd your vessel, because they are going to stick and they will not fry well, and quite likely they are going to come out not well cooked also. So always fry using small batches or single, one by one. So look at that, coming out crispy, and exactly like all of them will be fried equally. And remember the smoking point? Well, keep your smoking point in check, but the heat should be constant. There, all of them are coming out in the same color, same crispiness, not overcooked, not at all burnt. So that is how we go on one by one or in small batches and cook them. So there we are. Again, the first and the last you can compare is the same. Now let me cut and show you. Wow, that was crispy, wasn't it? Now enjoy the pakoras with your tea or coffee as such, or with honey, rabdi, firni, kheer. I do it with vanilla ice cream, and serve and enjoy with all your known, unknown, near, dear, loved, hated, cared, adored relatives, relations, friends, foes, and your enemies too. Well, friends, wasn't that totally different? And I'm sure you enjoyed it. And why don't you go and make it? And also remember to treat everyone with it. And as I always say, till the time we meet again, is thanks for watching. Bye and have a nice time, friends. And till then, cook healthy, eat healthy, and live healthy.